Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some more Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. One of the most unknown players on this roster is seeing now significant snaps. You might not know the name, but get to know the player. That is defensive lineman Esezi Otomewo. Let's talk about it. Before we start, if you guys could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site. SteelersDepot.com would really appreciate that. So this won't be a 100% comprehensive breakdown on every snap and evaluation of Otomewo, just to get familiar with a name that's playing a lot more. I am recording this while Derek Harmon's status for the Monday night game against Miami is uncertain, but in the two games he's missed, Otomewo has certainly picked up a lot of snaps. And just I'm going to play the clip and then kind of talk through his background, and then we'll talk about this play. Otomewo signed a one-year deal in the offseason from Pittsburgh, over from Jacksonville initially with the Minnesota Vikings. He made the roster out of training camp, was inactive the first month of the season. Logan Lee, 6th-round pick from last year, was getting the hat. And then after the bye, Otomewo has addressed and slowly increased his playing time and really has ramped up with some of the D-line injuries with Aquale and, of course, Harmon missing these last two games, and Otomewo playing a lot against the Baltimore Ravens in Week 14. So this is an early snap in the season. Otomewo dropping into coverage. Pittsburgh's dropped their D tackles a handful of times this year, including twice in that Baltimore game. But he's a good athlete. He's a little undersized, but he certainly moves well. And you see Terrell Austin get a little creative here, dropping these D tackles out, blitzing Ramsey, who was still playing nickel corner at the time, and cleaning things up with the sacks. Just kind of getting a lay of the land. Otomewo, defensive lineman, not ideal body type to stop the run, but he's certainly a really good athlete. Otomewo kind of started catching my attention in the Bengals rematch, and he's right here, the right defensive tackle, and his effort and hustle. When you're a guy in his situation trying to fight for reps and playing time and stay active on game days, and you're not playing a whole lot as he was not in the moment, you better be somebody that runs and hustles to the football. And that's important for any defensive lineman in Pittsburgh, whether you talk about old heads like Aaron Smith and Brett Kiesel, to Stephon Tuitt, to, of course, Cam Hayward, one of the best effort defensive linemen of his generation. And you see that here from Otomewo rushing the passer in this play, gets that double team from the guard in the center, and then chasing the ball downfield, making that open field stop on the running back, Chase Brown. This is late in the game. Game's pretty much decided at this point, so I think that effort even is magnified more, because it'd be easy to not hustle and just let somebody else make that play. But here's Otomewo dropping, doubling back, getting into coverage, making the play. You see it again very late in this game, one of the final snaps of this Bengals contest, and Otomewo, again, that double team, go run after the football. Harmon, too, but you really see Otomewo get after it, passing people up and making that stop. And physical, too, not just some sort of weak tackle. He's going to deliver a good blow onto the tight end. So Pittsburgh, a little weak, not perfect technique on the tackling here. Chuck Clark throwing a shoulder, but Otomewo running downfield, sprinting after the ball. Just effort, things you can control, and what you can control is your effort. And you see that here with Otomewo, and he's hyped up, and James Pierre hyped up for him. Going back to earlier in this season, I'm just kind of bouncing around, getting an overall view of his game. You see the athleticism, you see the hustle, the run defense. There's a little bit there. It's not necessarily something he's elite at, but for a lack of size, he's got good length, and he's got some good posture to hold up against the run. So Chargers game, primetime game, ugly contest as it was for Pittsburgh, scoring just 10 points, 7 of which came in extreme garbage time. You see Otomewo hold the point of attack here and get this run stuff, at least help chip in on it. Good reps across the board from Queen, from the rookie Y.A. Black, but you see Otomewo using those long arms, those levers, getting extension, creating space between him and the blocker, which is exactly what you want in the run game. In the pass game, you want to reduce that space, eat up that space, so when you shed, the lineman does not have time to recover and repunch and try to get back into the rep. Run defense, you want to have that space to be able to stack and shed and find the football. You don't want to be chest to chest, and Otomewo just a good job here, the power, the posture, and you see Queen doing a good job too, Black on the stop, but Otomewo doing his job, and that's a defensive lineman. You're not going to get to tackle every single play. You're not going to always show up on the stat sheet. There's no credit for the tackle by Otomewo, a bunch of flags too on this play, but you're doing your job. You're holding the point of attack. You're making sure there's no runway, no lane for the back, and it's a good team defensive rep. Let's look more recently at the Ravens game on Sunday, and here is Otomewo and Pittsburgh's base defense inside shade on the right tackle, and then kind of comes down a little bit into that gap, that B gap between right guard and right tackle, and you see him just hold a point of attack. Really good rep here from Keanu Benton as well. This was good team run defense, obviously, but Otomewo just holding the point of attack, doing his 111, one job of all 11. If all 11 can do their job, then you're going to have a good rep, certainly more often than not. So just watching it, seeing the rep here, getting to know Otomewo, see a little bit of run defense in this game, a little bit of stoutness at the point of attack, and you see everybody coming in, and that's good at hustle. And I know that, little tangent here, Pittsburgh still gave up 217 on the ground. I thought the run defense was a lot better in this one than Buffalo, and better than the Baltimore games of the wild card loss last year. And Baltimore popped a couple things to work on, but there was a lot of effort, a lot of rally. Kind of see that here. So just kind of the overall point. Nice job by Benton, but you got everybody coming in. It's Derrick Henry. You better get multiple hats to this football. Everybody's getting in on the fun. Queen trying to rip the football out, and that's what you need from this game. So there's some encouraging run defense tape, despite the overall numbers looking ugly. Last rep we'll take a look at the pass rush ability of Otomewo. Again, 4-eye inside shade on the right tackle, Rosengart, but working on the right guard here and just beats him clean, club move. Now that right guard has been really bad this year. He's been getting a lot of media criticism for his poor play despite being such a big guy. So I know the quality of the opponent needs to be at least acknowledged, but Otomewo is not Cam Hayward, so I'm okay with judging this as a guy just trying to win reps and put on some good tape against any starting lineman. Now that's an overset by the lineman. It's really bad, but Otomewo, see that quickness, pressure on Lamar, nearly had the sack, just can't finish it. Lamar finds the check down to Likely, but just a nice rep here from Otomewo, kind of showing the athleticism, the pass rush, and kind of what he's offering this team. So a little get to know the roster. One of the more obscure players, somebody on the 53 the entire year. I bet most people don't know who he is, but he's playing meaningful snaps. And Tony Romo did not know how to pronounce his name, but Otomewo, his name, Esezi, the first name, Big O, as they call him, number 93. I think he's putting on some good tape out there in a rotational role and trying to do what he can to help this team down the stretch. Obviously, once Derek Carmen returns, which will hopefully be on Monday, Pittsburgh certainly needs him back. Then Otomewo's snaps will really shrink up. Probably will still dress. I assume Logan Lee will go back to being inactive, but there's been some good tape. Are there things to work on in his game? Yeah, again, the run defense isn't going to be spectacular. Had a personal foul in that Bills game. It's also been, what I should know too, and I know I'm at the end of the video, but he's been a really good energy bringer. Watch this guy hype up teammates, watch him on the sideline, like he is into it. He is cheering as much as anybody. That might sound kind of flowery. We're talking NFL players, not cheerleaders, but I just appreciate he's always locked in. He's always got a good attitude, it seems like, and that's important for those guys, especially at the back end of the roster, to do all they can, whether that's making a play or hyping up a teammate whenever they go make a play. So Otomewo putting on some good tape. Excited to watch him the rest of the season. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site SteelersDepot.com. Thank you again, and we'll talk to you soon.